is Gen Z speak for being peak cringe millennial. So like the things that millennials do, like have a side part or wear skinny jeans or Uggs is chuggy, chuggy. The millennial pause is peak.
The millennial pause.
Cringe.
Having a crusty dog, like a fluffy white crusty dog.
I have not heard.
You've not heard of that? That's apparently chuggy.
Yeah. So I've
got something to say to that.
Oh damn! But you're not a millennial.
Though. Yeah.
What horrible words that they have for us?
You don't even, Next just doesn't even count. Hey everybody, welcome to the Pocket Dimension Live, where these millennials, zennial, Gen Xers are chuggy and skibbity toilet. We're going to talk about GenCon in a minute.
That's a good one.
Look, Little Big has some incredible music videos.
Hi, everybody.
So hey, everybody.
We're, in fact, very cringy.
Yep. Yeah. We're what, Pride?
Yeah. I am...
Oh, it's cool to be cringe?
No, it's not cool, but we are.
We are.
We're cringe. And this is the Pocket Dimension live. And we are four friends having a nerdy time. And my name's AK.
My name's Evan, the cringe.
My name is Fitz, cringe master extraordinaire.
And my name is Matt, the Grinch.
Oh, is that goth cringe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like gothy cringe.
Gothic cringe.
Yes.
Cringe is the new punk. Fight the power.
Thank you,
cringe.
Just the new punk.
Yes.
Thank you. I feel it makes me feel rebellious, and Lord knows I do enough cringy things
You don't really, actually.
Justify trying to spin it as being good.
This is probably the cringe dimension, Rabbit. That is
the pocket to cringing.
Amy, stop trying to make fetch happen.
Speaking of which, Amy gave us a pocket change today, so Amy is allowed to do whatever.
Yeah, you can say fetch all you want, baby girl.
You want fetch. Hi, Amy and Drew and Seth and Tay.
Seth is the cringe.
Rabbit and
Fire Drake.
And Tay and Ollie
and Dave.
And Peter and Drewski. This is fun. I like singing it, y'all.
It is. I know.
Did we say fire?
Let's try to harmonize. Let's try to harmonize the folks in the chat.
Now that is cringe.
That is cringe.
That would be cringe.
Well, just because of
your mom is cringe.
Oh.
Do Gen Z people like your mom jokes still? Are those still popular with the kids?
No.
Your mama?
No.
Not be popular.
No.
They're not?
No.
Because
they'll never not be popular.
It's a classic. Classic.
I really love how a lot of O's appears on our side. Seth in chat says GenCon, and then here, does this show up like this? It shows up a singing fish. Cracks me up every time that the O's become that. That's what we see when y'all type a bunch of O's.
Yep.
Yeah,
if you want to get our attention now, you know how.
I love it. Ooh.
I love it.
That
Internet.
Is the cringiest, and I love it. Sorry, Matt, what were you saying?
I was saying, internet. We're so giddy, as you can tell, because we are all headed to lovely Indianapolis, Indiana, next Wednesday to be at Experience GenCon for the third year,
which makes it officially tradition.
Oh,
which makes it a full-on tradition.
Or
it feels like
it would make us official serial killers too.
Ooh.
And what's even more amazing is that it's not just us. We're gonna have a full house with people that are in this chat right now. It's gonna be amazing. Our friend Seth of all trades will be there. Our friend Alejandro Tay will be there. Our friend Drew will be there. Our friend Rachel from Divine
Rachel.
Faint divinities.
Faint divinities. Thank you.
The divine divinities.
And we're having a full-on PocketCon with all of our pals. For some reason, GenCon has been sort of a marker, a really cool marker of how we have grown in the last 3-4 years as not just a YouTube channel, which we love doing this, but just as people in trying to get into this industry, being in this industry. And so it's going to be so fun. It's always exhausting, but it'll be really fun too.
Is this the we conceived of the Pocket Dimension at GenCon at the first GenCon?
First one. Last year we celebrated the 1-year anniversary of conceiving the Pocket Dimension.
Yes.
And so it's also kind of our birthday. We launched it officially on September 1st, 2023.
But we did all our name Googling for like what was available.
Yes.
Yeah, it was at GenCon that you came up with the name, Biv.
Yeah.
While we were together mind melding. The best things happen when we're in the same space.
I know.
So
especially when we're trapped in a car together.
Professor will be there.
I can't believe that I've never met Tay in person. Tay is somebody in my life that just feels like such a fixture that it breaks my right. Like, so we will get to. I'm gonna hug you so hard, Tay.
Oh,
get ready.
Snap your neck.
That's right.
Happy Pocket Day Birth Dimension. It says Tay as we talk about it as creepily as possible.
Come here, brother.
Birth Dimension. Okay. No, that's a dimension I'm not going to.
Yeah, I don't want that one. It's wild to me. Jake is another one that is not staying at the house with us, but Fitz met Jake first by way of Tay, and then we will also get to officially meet Jake.
What about Sarah Mobley? She was talking some game about going. Is she going?
Yeah,
Mobs, are you out there?
I don't think.
Don't think she's going?
Unless she's planning a surprise. She hasn't.
Yeah, unless she hasn't told anybody else.
So she told us a minute ago. I thought.
Oh.
But then we haven't heard anything.
Maybe it was just Fitz and me. Yeah, but I don't know.
I'll find out right now.
Well, guess we'll find out in a couple of days.
Probably, like right now, be like, "Are you coming to GenCon?
Yep.
Come weigh in the chat."
I'm doing it.
Right.
Please.
Do you
Thank
have a pass?
You could kidnap her. You and Fitz coming from Chicago. Just go get her.
We could.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sarah Mobley may not be coming willingly to GenCon, but she is coming to GenCon.
We can ask her if she wants to meet for coffee on Wednesday morning, and suddenly she's in the trunk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will Floyd is another one.
Just go full B.A. Baracus on that ass.
That's right.
Okay, so Seth is substantiating what Fitz and Evan are saying, that Mobs did mention it.
Okay. We're going to hold her to account then.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm glad Sarah Mobley is also coming.
That's right.
We heart
For anybody who's coming and who hasn't told us, if you're available Friday at 8 p.m., let us know if you want to join in on PocketCon. We're going to the social view. Thank you, Daniel, for the hot tip.
Yes. The Soch.
The Soch.
Yeah. What are we going to do there? I
don't know. Get crazy.
Eat, drink, and be scary.
Commiserate.
Yeah. What kind of food is it, Fitz?
I don't remember because I looked at a couple different menus.
That's cool, man.
Everywhere that was in the top list were all sort of crowd-pleasing things. So you'll be able to get what you... If anybody does want to do the menu peruse before you go, because I'm one of those people, I always have to pick out, like, at least generally what I want before I go somewhere. It is called The Social View. And obviously it's in Indianapolis. Google that. Look at the menu.
Okay.
Yes.
Do they have animatronic musicians?
Well, not yet, but I did make an arrangement with the woman that I spoke to on the phone that if we have more than 12 attendees, the overages will be taken in and turned into
animatronic entertainers.
Yeah.
I volunteer. I'll do it.
Okay, great.
I'll play drums in the animatronic.
So you're going to play drums or you're going to pick up something new?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like
Stick with
things.
All right, great. Stick with the drums.
But the point being is that we feel like we are veterans of this incredible experience. It is and for those of you who've not been, we thought we would just talk for 45 minutes, an hour, answer any questions anybody might have, any tips, tricks. Do you have a neurodivergent brain? Do you worry about being overwhelmed by the possible 80,000 people that are in attendance? All of
80.
Oh, I thought you said 8,000.
80.
Yeah, it's 80. Right.
Well,
yeah. What do you do when it's difficult to hear the game that you're playing and you don't have a game master that is prepared for such things?
This game master is not. Sorry about it.
These are all questions that we're here to answer and just talk about. Yeah.
We've already called out who all's going in the chat. Let's also call out our first timers. So I believe it's Seth's first time, Drew's first time, Tay. I think it might be your first time.
Tay? Really?
I think. Don't let me speak for you, Tay.
You would have been there. Wait, so Tay, this is your first year and you're GMing. Is that correct?
He's a machine.
And
you're
he's
doing
LARPing.
Avatar, right?
And he's LARPing.
Andy's LARPing. He's got a full schedule.
Wait,
Tay's schedule makes me feel physically unwell.
I feel ill.
To you. Yes. But let us first thank. Those of us sharing a house, thank gods for Seth and Drew trying to help keep us all organized, putting together this beautiful spreadsheet so we can figure out like our carpools and our schedules and the overlaps and what we all want to do. Blah blah blah. And so Seth put together the schedule, and we all went in and started populating it. And Tay, you are winning awards for the depth of schedule that you have on top of GMing. Yeah, you're going to be tired, buddy.
Yeah. Well, which maybe
that's a great segue.
I was just going to say that's a great segue to some of the first advice that even we were given in regard to cons.
In our first moments.
In our first moments.
So picture this, August 2023, we arrive on the scene, and the very first thing that we played was Candela Obscura before it was released. We almost accidentally played Daggerheart, and then realized we were in the wrong room. And sometimes I wish we hadn't opened our mouths and had just stayed there, but that's okay.
Although Evan and I were being given really weird vibes from the table
we were getting the stank eye really bad.
So Candela was the better place for us.
Those nerds were like...
They did not want to see us coming.
No. So we moved to the right room then, Candela. Yes. And it was just the four of us with a GM who had been thrown into GMing it the night before. So I'm sure that was very not fun for him to be like, here you go.
But he was gracious about it.
He was.
So like he was like, hey guys, FYI, I'm pretty much brand new to this. But, he was so cool.
Yeah.
We're all in this together.
Yeah.
And so who approaches our table but the one, the only Ivan Van Norman, formerly of Darrington Press. And we had a little chit chat with him. And what did he... I just wanted to set the scene. The dagger master and me left out. I wanted to, describe the conference room and the old carpet that's in every conference room that has ever existed. The smell of stale peanuts, even though we don't know why it smells like peanuts. The lukewarm water fountains dripping outside.
Did it smell like peanuts, or were you having a stroke?
I don't know. I'm just making stuff up at this point. I'm just flavor texting.
Sure, you could do both.
Yeah, you could.
So Fitz, what was that? What were the words of wisdom?
Said? Because we asked, like, how do you do everything? How do you do everything and not wear yourself out?
How do you do the do?
How do you do the do? And he said how you do to do is every day of the con, you pick one thing. Just one. One thing that if you miss it, you will be devastated. And you go to that one thing. And if you go to that one thing, you've had a successful day at the con. If you do anything after that, it is gravy, no pressure. Do not have two things that one must do.
Right.
Because now you're going to overwhelm yourself. You have one thing, one priority, and the rest is gravy.
Yeah. And that was news for me. Yeah. We had gone to GaryCon earlier that year, and I thought the point of cons was to absolutely exhaust yourself and sign up for anything that might interest you.
Right.
So I had these fools in sessions from 10 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night, and then wondered why I was cranky and tired. So when Ivan shared that, we were like, oh, that seems better. And so then we gave ourselves permission to be like, maybe if you're going to be at the con at 10 a.m., maybe don't plan to be there until 11 or 12 at night.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. There's that.
Maybe.
There's that.
Yeah.
And then I have
unless you're 20 something, right? And you could do that. Like we don't want to tell you how to live your life.
Yeah.
Hell no.
If you got the stamina to roll deep, you roll deep. You do
apparently parents have the stamina.
Yeah.
Because the only people we know that are able to do the 12 plus hour days are the ones who are parents. So.
Yeah. Well, and what I'm going to call, like, think of Hunger Games, like the career con-goers. There are people that, like, this is their, and they want to be there all day and party all night. And, like, and if we are not yucking that yum. If that is what you love, I love it for you. Please go do it. I will not join you.
It's there for you. It's going to be there. Yeah.
Matt, what was your point going to be?
I was just saying, this is a controversial statement, and I do not want to condone this in general.
Do we need to pre-screen this? Do you want
to? No.
Is this medical advice?
I'll see you later. No.
Are you going to diagnose us?
No. There were moments when we realized that Ivan was correct about this, and we picked our one thing. But we did have other things that we were very, very interested in doing, but we just knew we couldn't. We hit her. We were being ourselves, our bodies, our minds, our souls, and we said we if we did this, we would possibly hurt ourselves. And so we got on the app. There's an app that you get at GenCon.
Yes.
And we said cancel or trade in or whatever. You can, before the game starts, you can give up your seat. And there is a wait list for almost every game, so I don't think you should feel horrible about it as someone who very, very possibly might not actually get to GM all the games because I'm running a lot of morning games, and who knows? I could experience what I have done to other GMs in the past. But I think that is healthy, and if someone cancels my tables, I'm not going to be hurt. My feelings will not be hurt. Honestly. Yeah. I'm just saying.
But I love the point that you made.
But don't do it.
Well,
I mean, don't cancel. Don't make a habit of it. But
if you're gonna do it, do it as soon as possible.
Specifically for Matt, don't miss out on Matt's game.
Don't miss Matt's game. Yeah, but if you're gonna do it,
you don't want to miss mine. Trust me, you don't.
Because the thing is that cons like GenCon, there's a couple things going on. First of all, they do have website and app, and people have set reminders and added things where like they're looking for the games you might want to drop, so it's okay. And two, GenCon does do like I think they call them like GA tickets where you can just buy like pass. And so people will line up. Like I know that this happens for Daggerheart, for instance, where people will come in and once they have sat all of the ticketed people with that time and that date, if about 10 minutes in any of the no-shows, they will then begin to let in the general admission. So it's not the end of the world. Don't hurt yourself. But if you can release the ticket into the wild, you could probably make somebody else's day.
Yeah.
So maybe just... do that.
Yeah.
So be cool about it. That's
courtesy.
Be cool. Don't feel uncool.
Maybe the guardrails around that are, unless it's a serious extenuating circumstance where you are just a straight up no show, try to cancel as soon as you can. If you have a feeling that you're not going to go, if it's Saturday night and you're like, there's no way I'm waking up for my Sunday game, cancel Saturday night. If you, and the other thing being, if there's something that you do have a ticket for that you really want to play, the one thing that we have learned, I think all four of us here being theater and or music people, is if you're on time, you're late. So arrive early, because if you don't show up by a certain time, then they will fill your slot with people who are on standby. So if you really want to do it, if it's that important to you, arrive before the doors open.
Yeah.
And here's a note from Daniel. Don't just show up because the GM doesn't get paid unless you give them the ticket.
Damn,
so
that
just
is
be
great
intel.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, take care of yourself, but be cool, right? Like, be cool. Thank you. I didn't even know that.
Can I yes and Bladebound real quick? And just with a GenCon memory. I didn't show up with a ticket on our first moments of GenCon #1 at the Darrington Press table when Fitz and I were sat at a table of Daggerheart mistakenly. Not only were we at the wrong table, but I had all my tickets mailed to me. Everyone else picked theirs up in the line. So I just showed up. I didn't realize that not all of my tickets came in the mail, that I had to go, I don't know why, I had to go pick them up later.
Yep.
Didn't do that. So I sat down and didn't have a ticket and shout out to Darcy Ross and just Darrington in general for being the coolest. She was so nice, got me sorted. She was like, just, it's all good. Go get your ticket, bring it back when you're done. She didn't say like, oh, this guy's not going to get paid if you don't do this. I had no idea. It didn't make me feel bad. Because I certainly already felt like a moron. Anyway, if you were lucky enough to go play some games at the Darrington tables, you were guaranteed to have a really great time. They're very, very cool people. So anyway, that's my GenCon memory.
Thrilled to be.
Goodbye.
Maybe. Oh yeah, let's get to that in a second. But I do want to reiterate something that you just said, Evan, which is before Wednesday. Double check, make sure if you got your stuff sent to you, number one, that you pack it. Number two, check to make sure that if you had your stuff sent, that there aren't any tickets that you do have to pick up at will call. Because I think some people, like you, Evan, didn't realize that some of your stuff will be at will call,
GenCon
even
will tell
if you ordered stuff. So make sure you do that. But yeah,
you don't have to print. You don't have to print anything, Drew. So if you selected will call, it's all printed for you. Yep. The other thing I didn't know until we went the first time is plan to go get if you're in town, go Wednesday to get your badge and your tickets. That way you're not worried, because the line is, 80,000 people, one place. Yeah. The lines are long. So
but they move fast.
But they move fast.
I was going to say they're terrifying looking.
You can get through in 30 to 45 minutes. Yeah, you'll think you'll be there for 3 hours.
You're not.
But you won't be.
It moves real fast. People are so nice. They're
open from, I think, noon to 2 a.m. on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right.
So we joke that
those volunteers.
Yes. So Peter's tip, I think in this day, I'm definitely bringing a mobile battery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't plan to be able to charge your phone somewhere, and then keeping it on low battery mode just so it's not, because it is in a crowded space.
I'm bringing this.
Maddie's bringing a big bad boy.
What?
I'm bringing
Maddie
this.
is the charging station for folks that come to his tables.
If you know me and you're in, it's a droid. Hello, I am 2XL. Remember 2XL?
I was gonna say
we're the only people.
It looks just like 2XL.
It needs. You do need to give it a little droid name. It needs one.
I do. So you guys help me name this thing. Number one. Number two, if you find me and you're about to lose all your battery, I think I got you covered. So come on over and help you out. That is I had a battery the entire. Yeah, you always have to have one, because your self-service isn't very great. The Wi-Fi isn't great, so your phone's constantly searching for stuff. So even if you have a great phone battery, it's still gonna. There was something that was mentioned that I wanted to touch upon. Oh yeah, only if we're finished with this, but
we can only talk so much about batteries. I think.
Have them.
There's only so much. Okay.
That's the end of our conversation.
Dreamweaver is running a ton of games, and this is a real concern. Fingers crossed, the people at the game GMing are fun and relaxed. I will say from experience as a player that it is going to be a true slice of life on every level. Yeah. And it is, but let me also say that at the core, these are still your people.
Yeah.
And unlike any convention I've ever been to, they're still nerds. We're all nerds at core. Some people prefer to be in their basement and not see the sun and just have a very difficult time talking to anyone. Absolutely okay. You still can relate to them, right? Like you can still you can talk about the 2024 release of D&D. You can talk about that. You could they're still. I have not met any absolute unpleasant people. Definitely people very different from me, yes, but
there were some people crossing over that board,
putting their right. Didn't we?
There was one year at GenCon where someone was dipping their toe across the border a little bit.
There was a little border, but here's the other thing.
No, we're not naming names. I don't remember their name.
I couldn't remember their name if I tried.
So you don't know.
One guy actually friended me on Facebook from the GaryCon Facebook group, and I was like, no sir, absolutely not. I have no desire to be.
I don't know you.
I'm also very gregarious-ness, and I do enjoy listening to everybody, but also it's going to depend on your game master, right? It's really going to depend on your game master, and if you I'm not super duper worried. I'm a little bit worried only the fact that while I have a smattering of knowledge of all of the games that I'm playing, lore-wise, the person that I'm the most afraid of at my table are the ones that know every single thing about the Witcher lore, every single thing about Cyberpunk. I'm going to be called out real fast. So I think, Matthew, at least as a player, I've just gone in and said, hey, I know this much. I don't know that much. Mm-hmm. Let's just help. And people are very helpful, I think.
I can't speak to your Witcher lore. I will say the download you gave me en route from Chicago to Lake Geneva of Cyberpunk.
Well, we had
you got. It was amazing.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Stick to the story. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Finish that thought, because what Matt said segues into one of the points I was going to make.
Stick with the story. Don't even try to dip into the lore too much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine. Right. There'll be more. If you're authoritative with what's going on in the moment. Yeah. They're not going to care.
Authoritative.
I love this. This is what I'm talking about, Peter. This is it. I've only had 1 to 2 bad DMs. Same. Really awful ones. You didn't do any work. You're not trying to sell me on this at all.
Yeah.
Only a few. And fewer than 10 problematic players. After many years, it really. I mean, it is. I just went to this thing. I don't want to smash it because I had a great time at this thing called Macstock, here in Chicago, and it was all about Apple people. It was all Apple stuff. And brother, remember we went to that UX conference, and it was very similar. Developers are people that don't need to they don't really have to engage,
Mm-hmm.
They
became developers because they don't want to.
They don't need to. So even if there's a Venn diagram that's pretty solid about from developers who are coder programmers and TTRPG players, the very nature of a role-playing game is social. It's a social-based thing. So there's always something where you can connect. Always. And it wasn't so at Backstock. And it was much more like my programming days where, people were quiet. They were not, they were kind of aggressive at times. And I don't get that. I don't get that at these cons. Not any one of them. I really feel at home, and it's such an amazing feeling.
I'm going to tell on us. We have been doing a little bit of play testing with our patrons last weekend, and we'll be doing more this weekend. And to add an extra layer of flavor, we asked our patrons to pick a con prototype. So not only are they playing the pre-generated character, but we are going to have, so I played with Matt last weekend. I played with the one who flirts with everything, who thinks every door, every chair, every inanimate object can be wooed, and the NPCs too. Mm-hmm. While everybody was, particularly Tay, was pouring onto the Matt love, genuinely rightfully so, in the comments, that was going to be my next point of be the Matt Bivens you wish to see in the world at your tables. It's so much more fun to go into it open-minded and trying to make friends and genuinely interested in who you're playing with, who your DM is, what they're, and you don't have a ton of time to sit and chat, but as everybody's pulling up to the table and oh, is this blah, blah, blah. Because some of the stuff is like Daggerheart, we have a room, so you're going to know when you get there. But other tables, it's you walk into this big wide room and you're looking for table B number 3, kind of a thing. So just know that everybody is
private room.
Yeah, we did at Candela too. Yeah, I mean, not just me, but like, so it'll be like 6 tables of just Daggerheart that all start and end at the same time. Which makes it easy to find. I the first few times, especially like GaryCon, felt very triggered to like junior high when you have a tray of food and you're like looking for an empty seat in the cafeteria. That's a little bit what looking for your table can feel like. So I just want to like verbalize that like a lot of us feel that way. It's a room full of nerds wandering around going, am I in the right place? And feeling the same way you do. So it's okay. But then like once you find your table, as you're all like picking out your pre-gens and all of your stuff, like chat, we've met some genuinely interesting people. You know, we are lucky because we'll go into these and, you know, it'll be 2, 3, 4 of us at a table. So we have a built-in friend, but not everybody. Some people are solo travelers. And so it's cool to get to know them and stuff like that. So just want to encourage you to do that.
Yeah.
You don't know who needs it.
I mean, I've said this before, but I played a game with the Dungeon Dudes and they were just as awkward as anybody I'd ever met. But that's the beauty, right? We're all nerds. We're
Can from the other side of the table, from the player side of the table, and we've all experienced this. This will be your first year having GM. I won't call it anxiety, but you know what you're talking about. Like, oh, what kind of players am I going to have? When you're a player, it's a similar thing where you walk up and there's, you know, players have all different styles that they like, right? Some people just want to loot and Groot, and some people want to, well, you know, do the role play, whatever. You got to go in there with an open mind.
Yeah.
And you got to go in there expecting that there's someone in there who's not going to have an open mind. And just have fun anyway, you know?
Yeah.
And if someone tries to yuck your yum, you punch them in the face.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
choose violence.
I think Tay's got a great question to go into. Pre-gens, yay, nay, how's y'all character creation experiences? I think it totally depends on the game.
Yeah.
A game like Mouse Ritter, like any like super simple, like or Shadow, or even really Shadow Dark, because it's just you can just create one on the fly. It'll depend on the table.
Yeah.
Like, I have pre-gens for every single game.
Yeah.
Because they're just way too complicated. I would think even with D&D, Tale Valiant, all these other ones, So it depends on the game. And Drew, I think that's better. Yeah.
Drew asked a follow-up question. Do you ever have to prepare? I've less to Matt's point, because I wasn't thinking about that. Sometimes character creation is a mechanic of the game.
Yeah.
And so and it's just a matter of like you're rolling 3d6s and putting some stats in. So those aren't pre-gen and pre-prepared, but I've never had homework before a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
They usually, I mean, I think you can choose games in GenCon. They will indicate if you have to have a certain level of experience, but almost all of them that I've seen say no experience required. You know, don't just show up.
Yeah.
So you good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for me, if the character creation takes less than 15 minutes and reveals something about the mechanics of the game, like almost like it's a tutorial of the game in and of itself, then it's worth not having pre-gens and having the players make the characters quickly, and then like especially if it walks them through some of the simpler mechanics of the game. Like Mouse Rider, for example, I think having the character creation at the beginning indicates sort of what the game is going to be. But like, for example, like a Pathfinder or even a Daggerheart, honestly, pre-gens, anything that's going to take more than 15 minutes or require some sort of larger creativity lift on the player's part, just do a pre-gen. Just do a pre-gen.
Yeah.
I
was going to put this one on the...
So here's what I'm going to do. I have pre-gens. I did not even get a choice, but I'm very happy because I don't understand how to build characters in The Witcher or Cyberpunk. Or I just haven't had time to even read that chapter. However, I am going to let people take these archetypes. They have to use the equipment that comes with, but I'm going to let them choose a name, a gender, anything else that they want to switch about it. I'm A-okay with. And in fact, I think actually one cool thing about The Witcher, and I think Cyberpunk is, there are a few not dagger heart level, but kind of tiny questions that can personalize even the pre-gen. So that's what I would suggest is do every archetype dream and just make, because just do every single one and make them, don't make them just like, actually if you get to make your own, that's even more amazing, because then you can kind of even
it's tailored
plan your
cool. Y'all tell me what you think. I don't like to play what I usually play at cons, because I use cons to experiment with games that I may not get the chance to play otherwise. And like for instance, before GenCon last year, I had no idea how cool the Guardian and Daggerheart was. And I got Daggerheart. It was like the last choice. Everybody else had kind of already chosen, and I was not trying to be the one snatching sheets. So I was like, I'll just take whatever's left. I got Kari and the Daggerheart, if you're familiar with some of those pre-gens, and was like, this is the coolest class that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Daniel and Matt literally watched me fall in love with the Guardian class before their very eyes. So
it's
so there's no way to like,
it's one of the best
to know like what classes should I choose, because everybody's gonna like, some people tend to be more martial, some people tend to be more magic, and could be system dependent, but want that ability to experiment at a con table.
Yeah.
I bet the cards are always safe. I bet.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think maybe expectation setting, both for yourself, whether you're a player or a GM or just like someone who's going to try to pop into some games, whatever. The expectation being that the game you're playing is a taste of the experience of what you could get at home.
Yeah.
Means that hopefully you're not going to be so worried about knowing you don't need to know all the rules. You don't need to know all of the lore. You don't need to necessarily be, go for the character that you always play because you need to feel like you need to be an expert. We're all going in. We're playing these games rough and dirty. For a lot of people, it's like their first draft of playing this game, even just if they like it, to then commit to it later. So if you go in with that expectation of just holding the goal of the game loosely, you'll have a much better time.
That is beautiful, and I will add to it that is, I have not done this before, so I don't know what my brain will be like a week and a half from now, but my goal, it's gonna be great, but my goal is to mimic and take inspiration from the GMs that I have played with and do my best to sell these games. One of them is brand new. Very few people have played it. And I want them to go immediately and buy this game. That's my goal. Okay. And, people like Kai have just did that so well. Like that one set with Kai, we're like, we're converts to,
we converted.
And that's the mark. Like, I don't know so many mechanics in these books. There's no way I'm going to learn them well enough, but certainly not as well as some of the other people in our Halsorian crew. But I'm going to make sure everybody has a great time. If it kills,
I'm not.
Yeah. AK, however, is going
to come to my table.
Has a bad time.
Yeah,
you'll murder your character and then murder you.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat you for lunch.
If your character dies in the game, you die in real life.
Okay, so I've done this before too. I'm sorry, I keep picking on another employee at Kobold, who I sat down with and had no problem TPKing us, and I was like, I just don't think that's a way to sell it. No. I have no problem with being TPK. Problem with death, but everybody was like, oh, we died. I mean, it was like, why would in 4 hours, possibly the first experience people have with this, I don't know, bend rules, I don't know, I'll find out, but I don't want to kill everybody. A couple of people,
I'm definitely
wait until your second, third, fourth game and then see how you feel.
Get these
out of my
face.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to TPK. I would love it. I'll say this preemptively because the Daggerheart, and we've talked about this relative to Daggerheart. The Daggerheart death mechanics are so cool. Yeah. So I would love if we get to flex them. But like, you have to hope that you're, and I think Matt and I can both do this, that your GM is going to be able to read the room. Like if I'm playing with somebody who's just really giving me nope vibes, do not kill me, I'll back off. If I can tell that they're like ready to go head to head and like do this, we can play, we can boogie, Evan. I'll kill you. Yeah, I'm with you, Professor. I'm too nice to kill my like. Like I've even had like one shots with our patrons where like I'm apologizing and they're like, no, do it. You know. Yeah. So yeah, if people are into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I think Matt makes a beautiful point. It's all about flexing the system and like showing everything that it can do. So I want to demonstrate, but I'm not going to be out to kill everybody. That feels bad.
The Whitman sampler, man. It's a right.
Drew says I can kill her.
It's a charcuterie board. It's not a deep dive.
That's right. And like, I think Albestein is correct in like speaking to this, that you're presenting a lovely charcuterie board full of many flavors so that everyone can have a taste and decide what they like. You don't want to be it shouldn't be the same Princess Bride. You know, like you shouldn't be adversarial at a con is not the way to go. Like even or as a player, like don't give off the like I'm gonna crush your game, I'm gonna make you go off script. Don't be that guy, okay? We're all there to eat some cheese and crackers and then like say, oh, the weather is so nice, isn't it? And then leave, okay?
So what you're saying is just tuck my murder gremlin in for the end? Just leave them at home? Okay, all right. I won't pack her.
That's what you're known for, that's for sure, yeah.
She'll stay behind them.
Drew had a good question.
I want to back up to that for sure.
Here we go. How do you find the best balance playing and taking charge if your group is shy noobs? Bulldozing. Now, last con, it was like, I don't want to make all the hits, but I don't know how to help others enjoy. I think there's a high chance that you'll be in that situation too, right? Like, but...
I would say
you guys go.
Ask consent. Like I ran into, unfortunately, at GaryCon this year, I was purposely trying to not dominate the table. Something new and different for me, I know. And somebody took my like being reserved as like not knowing how to play the game and kept telling me how to play the game and kept being like, you should use your move to do this. And I finally was like, hey, I know how to play D&D. Like, I'm good. I'm just letting others hit first kind of a thing.
Yeah.
If they had just asked. So I've tried to do that at tables if I might know a little bit more about the game. I might say, hey, do you want some help with your character sheet? Like, and leave it up to that person if you know, because I think it's lovely to notice somebody might be either shy or struggling, but let them choose if they want to receive that help versus like foisting it upon them.
Yeah.
And spotlight your fellow players for sure.
Yeah. And I do like it when GMs will say, oh, sorry, Matt, you were going to say.
Well, no, it's something similar, just like I think you were probably about to say something very similar. It's like in talking to your fellow players and spotlighting them, you're not bulldozing. You're kind of, you have the gumption to speak more, right? You have more, confident, whatever. Riz, I don't know, but if you take that Riz and shine it on someone else and ask them questions,
feel free to be cringe and chuggy at your con. Which what I was gonna say, if you're a GM, feel free to be cringe and ask the question when everybody sits down. Has anybody played this game before? Because I know maybe people don't want to ask that because it feels weird. Like you don't like, I feel like I'm bragging if I say yes or whatever. But like it actually allows everybody at the table to identify like, okay, so this person's never played. So me as a player, I'm going to make sure to leave space for them. Or like, it's a little harder maybe with a Daggerheart that has initiative lists. Generally with a table where you like know everybody, it's easy. But I know everyone, including myself, we're not comfortable with silence. but allow there to be like a couple extra seconds just to see if someone else will get up the courage to jump in first and then say something.
And that'll be my first question as a Daggerheart GM, is just like, show of hands, where's our familiarity and comfort level? Because then, like, if I wind up with a table full of people who've played it at least a couple of times, I'm going to dive into the story.
Right.
If, one or more people are like, never touched the system, what the hell's a TTRPG? We're going to take a minute up front to kind of go, and again, let's praise Darrington. They have, I don't obviously take much, but like with the character sheets, they have come up with this really cool slider that you can put behind your character sheet and slides out to show what you're looking at on your character sheet. So then that way, like if people are like, what the hell's evasion? What is that? Like there's a little slider at that point, like this is the number that, your DM needs to hit higher than in order to hit you. Whoa, and then they'll roll damage.
Nice.
I'll show it to you. It's really cool.
Wow.
But yeah, I will absolutely be asking the question up front and then modifying each session based on, and we're going to go with the lowest common denominator, right? So even if we have one player, I'm not gonna be like, well, you'll figure it out. Sorry, kid. And I think that's how most of the GMs, at least I've been talking to,
I'm similarly doing all the math ahead of time. Not all of it. As much of it as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Hoping in some ways, knowing that there will be people who know the games far better than me that will want to add certain things. But, I always appreciate it when, because I have played Cyberpunk once and the GM was fantastic and everybody was so nice and helpful. And they looked at my character sheet and the GM, I realize now, had done a lot of the base math for me. And there was a number and they could say, use one of these skills. Here's the base number, roll a D10, blah, 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 blah. And it was great. And I'm not everybody will want that, but I'm going to be ready for it because why not? Why not? Oh, Tay.
Yeah.
Yes.
This one?
This is the big one. This is the big one.
It's rough, man. I cannot. It's funny because I just, when I was mentioning the Cyberpunk GM, the one thing about that game that was brutal is I could not hear Bleep. I could not hear him at all. It wears you out physically. Yeah, he was really good, so but it was so quiet, and he could not.
Not everybody's a theater kid.
Not everybody's a theater kid, and it wears you out emotionally. Your brain just it's exhausting. So that is why I am going to have a system that I'll be mic'd. Bladebound it has an almost identical system, which is so cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He just posted what he's bringing, and it's like, oh my god, we had the exact same idea.
No way.
Yeah, so cool.
Bladebound, have you been doing this for years? Did we just not know?
I don't think so. I think he asked me just a few months ago.
Set up and inspired him.
Okay.
Yeah, he went on it and he took it out. Oh, by the way, Daniel, I keep forgetting to ask you, can I borrow some of your 50 headphones? Can I buy them? Sorry, not borrow. Can I buy them from you? Anyway, I'll get back to that. But yeah, I am going in with a mic system that is going to reduce some of the noise just from mics. And then I'm going to go in with this thing.
Go ahead and tell people, do brands. Tell people the specs here, brother.
Oh, yeah, sure.
In case anyone wants to...
Slash, if you want to
exactly.
You posted your setup, right, in Discord?
I just posted my setup in the Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the thing. This DJI, I had to buy it. It's a newish thing. It's DJI Mini, these little tiny mics, but they have a ability to try to reduce background noise. And I did a bunch of research, and it's not going to completely cut out everybody, right? But it's going to do as good as it can. The other trick is
you're going to hand those out to players?
Well, I'm going to wear one, and then there's going to be another one that'll be facing the players. And that might have to be good enough, but I think that really the GM side, so Tay, I think your voice could easily wear out very quickly. So anything that you can do to probably reduce that. And then, if this other mic is facing everybody else, and I've got one more that I can kind of put into the system if need be. And then here's a headphone splitter really with adjustable volumes. So everybody can just plug in if they've got their own. And I will bring some for everybody. And so the mic just kind of goes into here and then it splits out.
I hope you get huge tips for that. Because it's just so thoughtful. And I will attest, like,
honestly,
Matt, you've been workshopping this since GenCon 2023. Like you did 1.0 there, and as a person who has rock and roll ears, I cannot go into a large space and hear anything anymore. Like it just everything is white noise, and it was so crucial for me. And then it got even better the next year. So I can't wait to see what you come up with for this year. And it really is just super. I think people are going to be like, "What? I never want to do a con another way again," because it helps so much.
I hope everybody does. I will give credit at GaryCon this year. A couple of people tried to have these wearable speakers. Did not do anything. In fact, it actually made it worse.
Yeah, it just turns up the volume of the room.
It just turned up the volume, and it made because it's like busking in the subway, right? Like you don't want to make it louder just to make it louder, because then everything gets louder. It's like you want to try to
get drunk.
Just want to be able to talk when you want to talk.
I can kind of speak to Tay's because unfortunately I do not have Matt's amazing setup. So if you're playing with me, sorry, this was not my bag of tricks. I think as GMs, we just have to be really, really aware of our volume. And I'm saying this at myself as someone who has a lot of volume and tend to get overly excited anyways. It's just something I have to be like constantly vigilant about at these things. Like asking, feeling free to ask people to repeat themselves in that space while also being aware of the fact that you are sharing a room with probably, upwards of 60 plus people. Do what you can to protect your voice. And for me, like I will say for Matt's setup, it is so cool. It is such a godsend, but sometimes depending on the room that we're in, there have been times where it's made it harder for me to hear what's being said because the mic would be picking up a lot of the ambient noise. And that's what, like, that scrambles my little neurodivergent brain.
That's what I'm hoping this mic is going to
be the fix.
Because you're exactly right. It's not perfect yet. So we'll see. We'll see how much better this is.
So I would say for people like me who do get easily distracted by other people and things and like have a hard time focusing in the moment, bring some kind of fidget basically is my biggest, like if you need to give yourself free rein to like, because sometimes like I'll just need to like doodle, so that way I can kind of like focus in on the one person that's talking at the time or something like that. Little harder as a GM, obviously, to have fidgets than a player. So I'm speaking more to the player side of this. But like do what you need to do to like focus that energy without causing any form of a distraction to other people.
This. I have not heard this. Of course you have to be with a cool, a cool group of people. But this is an amazing trick that would be not in any way triggering to anyone. It's just like, hey, and it's like a secret signal. That's
Secret Santa.
Awesome.
I think because there's just you can't necessarily control the volume around you, especially since a lot of times it'll be like one table's getting excited because something cool happened and you want to crush their joy. So the thing that I think helps most, because you don't want to scream because you're going to lose your voice and add to the volume level, which hurts other tables, is to like enunciate and like look at the person that you're talking to. Try not to speak to a bunch of people at once. Like really make eye contact, even for me, eye contact is uncomfortable, but make eye contact so they can read your lips and know that you're speaking to that person.
Just make lip contact with
Make lip contact with the others at your table.
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna be such a hoe.
Be a hoe, you guys.
Yeah.
We're in our slut eras. Question, Matt, did we get a second setup that Evan and I can take around, or are we Are we out on?
Yeah, you're about to ask Matt a slut question.
Are we sluts?
Slut hair.
Did you packed your skirt, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring all of my gear for our house, and I'm just gonna pack the car with all kinds of stuff, and we'll just see. Maybe there's a way we can share it, but I'll bring all of it.
Because I will say, after having used it a couple times at cons, when Drew and I went to PAX without it, it was upsetting.
It's just tough.
I wanted
it's really tough.
Having had the experience with it, I didn't enjoy the experience without it.
It's hard.
I have a question, kind of look towards wrapping up today, because we have always done things one way, and I feel like there are people who do this the other way, and I'm genuinely curious what the vibe is like. Rabbit kind of triggered me onto this by being funny about our house in the middle of our street. We have always opted to get off-site housing, mostly because, again, we're coming as friends. We use this almost as like a little mini vacay for us to, get together and hang and do cool stuff. Sometimes I wonder, is it easier when you do stay on site, both to like when we make our way to the con, we're there for the day. There's really no retreating anywhere, because in order to afford housing, you typically have to be 20, 30 minutes away. It must be nice to have a room to like go and, get away from the noise. Or is it, I've also always, especially with maybe not GenCon so much, I don't know what GenCon's like, but like GaryCon, where it just seems like it's kind of almost like a frat house atmosphere where like all of the bars are open with parties until all hours of the night. Yeah. Is that fun for y'all? Is it grating? Those of you who have done both, I would love to kind of hear from you in the chat. What
if you like to go to bed at 9:30?
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah, it seems that way to me. But I found myself, I don't get FOMO a lot, but all of the Darrington GMs are all starting to talk about their rooms and what hotels they're in this week. And I started to be like, oh, I wonder what that's like.
Yeah, I know.
We're National Lampoon Party House. Like, we're good.
Yeah. I'm to be clear, I'm very excited about our house. I'm not trying to get out of it. I love staying in our little traditions that we have learned to do. But I just didn't know, since that, I feel like that's a part of con life that we just have not experienced yet. So I'd love to hear from people who have.
Yeah.
Being able to poop in your own private hotel room is game changing. Thank you, Daniel. Perfect. Yeah. That's what I wanted to hear.
Someone making your bed. Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, but that brings up something though. You can hunt for private bath. If you go out, it is a big place. I'll also say that there are little pockets, and I'm not talking about pooping. I'm saying I've always found pockets of quiet.
Pockets.
You have to sometimes walk and find them, but they definitely
they're big hotels, man.
It's big. Yeah, they're big hotels, so don't be too worried, especially if you're like, you're on the spectrum and you really need quiet, or ADHD or anything. Like it's right there. It's beautiful. This is beautiful.
If you're hot,
spectrum.
If you're on the hot spectrum,
ADHD, and I'm hot.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna. It's not gonna this year because we've now told everybody that downstairs JW Marriott has the best toilet, and now you know.
This is why you came to this video.
This is why you came to this live, to learn where to poop at GenCon.
If this was scripted at the top of the video, we would have said, "Stay till the end, and we'll tell you where the best toilet to poop is."
Yeah, we're gonna go back and redo the card.
Yeah, we'll go insert at the front. Yeah.
Hey,
I love how
Tay's got
we got
a good question here.
He does have.
I love how quickly we got from do we want to stay on site to poop? Like that was a quick leap.
This right here.
It's an important one.
Very important.
I'll share my experience with this. The first year I masked up, actually both years masked up, mostly hybrid. Like there's different kinds of rooms. Like our first Darrington room was a modest amount of tables. It was still loud, but it wasn't like hall C or whatever it's called, where there's 15,000 people in it at any given time, and it's deafening. And you're just like you're sitting in proximity of so many folks. That's a mask up situation for me. If it's a smaller room, I don't, then it's more of a hybrid thing. There's plenty of masks there, so don't, like, if you're like mask insecurity, I don't think I've seen one GM that did, because you have more responsibility. There's it's hard. I imagine it's really tough for a GM to do that. but as a player, you can. And the first year I came home and didn't have the crud. Second year didn't have as much fun, but it wasn't actually because of masking. It was because, I'm not going to name names, someone in our own personal group was sick before the GenCon and just didn't know it. It wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault. They just didn't know that they were sick. And you don't have to out yourself. I'm trying to be cool here.
It wasn't me.
No, it happens.
I was throwing that under the bus.
Yeah. It happens. No, thank you, though.
Fitz was pointing up while Matt was doing this. It was pretty obvious.
Matt's family made him sick. He didn't know it, and then and it was like fully like, yeah, definitely don't go to your, this week pre-GenCon, become a hermit. Don't show up there sick. And you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Drew, and Seth. Do not come to this house.
Do not come
it's
sick.
Fine. It's okay. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. It's what it's okay. But yes, I'll have to say I have played a couple of games with GM masked, and it was practically impossible. Practically impossible.
Oh, when the GM was masked up.
Yeah,
I bet that was hard.
And I respected them so much, and I did not want to. But damn it, it was like pointless.
Brother, when are we gonna get?
I'm with Bladebound on this one. I accept it if I'm going to a place that has 80,000 people. I accept the risk.
I mean, here's the thing, though.
So,
like,
valid.
I don't love. Sorry, Bladebound. I don't love this attitude though, because like, as somebody who every time I've gotten COVID, I get it bad, and I know that like and I'm not even necessarily like a disabled person. There are people who want to go and enjoy these cons just as much as any of us do and are immunocompromised or whatever, and like we kind of have to, if you're in the really large space, if you're like, it's not possible everywhere, especially if you're GMing and it's loud and your players can't hear you. You do have to be accessible in the sense of like, they may have to read your lips. So like you maybe to some degree have to accept that you're probably going to get sick. But if you have the ability to mask up or have the ability to try to play it safe, even if it's not for you, for your neighbor, because it's not fun to get super sick just because you had like 4 days of fun.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. And of course, Lancelot's got all the hits.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
don't touch your face.
All that. See.
Have your
can add on to that
emergency
stuff and stuff.
Yeah.
When somebody walks by you and they're either breathing too much or they're sneezing, just hold your breath for as long as you possibly can. That's what I do. I just let the particles land on my face and die.
I like them,
but I don't breathe in. Right?
No, you just spray some of that alcohol on your face.
Anti-bac.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, we're popping anti-bac gummies at the house with some and washing it down with emergency.
Ew, is that a thing?
No. Don't.
I will say, and this kind of goes to what we were talking about earlier, though. Like know your limits and like get sleep where you can. If you're the type of person that can go and party all night and play all day, again, no judgment, no power to you. That is not me. So the best thing I can do for my health personally is arrive healthy and prioritize sleep where I can, and deprioritize things that like send my nervous system into an absolute tailspin. For me, that I do over masking because that's just how I walk through life. So prioritize, get some damn sleep.
Yeah, get some sleep, get some water. If you do start to feel ill, put on a mask.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
If early in the con you start to get a little bit of a scratch, don't just do nothing.
And
but take care of yourself.
Don't stay in a moldy Airbnb that floods.
That as well.
Also good. A good point. Yeah.
And then end up on the side of highway in Indiana. Yeah, kiss everybody on the lips after staying in an Airbnb that's really moldy, and then end up on the side of a highway in Indiana. It really sets you up for a really great healthy week.
I'm very proud of Fitz for, after 2 years of not being able to successfully fly home from Indiana, Fitz said, I'm not flying in and out of Indiana anymore.
It has taken me 36 plus hours to get home, and 2 years in a row I've ended in states where I didn't think I was going to be at the beginning of that day.
I mean, last year wasn't any better, though.
No, last year might have been worse, actually.
It was probably worse.
For sure. I mean, you were with a
together,
friend,
but
that's the only thing that made it better.
I think last year was better because I was with Matt. The year before was pretty awful, even though I did manage to land in Atlanta.
While trying to go to New York from Indiana.
The worst part was saying
nice
goodbye to Evan at like 8 a.m., watching him get on his flight, and then seeing him at 11 p.m. that same night after he had a whole day at home. But that being said, this year, you guys, this is the year. I'm not even messing with the Indianapolis airport.
Yeah,
we're going in and out of Chicago. I'm going to be home Monday night. Everybody put those vibes out into the universe, please. Pocket vibes, bring them all out. I'm going to be home Monday night this year.
Yeah,
baby, Monday night vibes.
I'm going to, I rented a car so that I don't have, because my car decided to do funny things this year. I was like, nope. Not dealing with that. Dreamweaver, as someone who is about to have 5 days in a row of 100+ degree days, I've been like hyper obsessively watching the weather because I am not a hot weather girly.
Wow.
The weather does
80s.
look nice this year. It really
it does
does.
look nice.
It's been hot in the past.
Lows in the
Wicked
60s some nights. Like I am unwell.
All right.
Yep.
Wow, okay, I got to pack accordingly.
I know. Drew's bringing her camper chairs.
Crisp.
She got some NA beers and some fairy lights. I think we're going to have some outdoor backyard hang time.
Fairy lights.
Fairy lights.
Fairy lights. Thank you.
Well, I got to go do more GenCon prep, y'all.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
I gotta go get ready to see so many of y'all this week. This has been fun.
Yeah.
If you're new to this channel, as mentioned before, we have a lovely Discord. The link is just right down below in the description. Get in there and plan to see us. If you see us, if you see these faces at GenCon, come say hi. We might have a sticker for you.
Run up and grab us.
We might have a sticker.
We might have a sticker for you. We might let you lick us.
Nope.
From very different places.
I mean, you could ask. You could always ask.
You know what? You might get a no, but at least you asked.
Yeah. We will be dark next Friday.
Yes.
So let's preemptively say that. We will be quiet and dark while we are away. We love y'all very much.
Yes,
we will leave our Discord in the expert care of our pocket protectors.
Yes.
Yeah,
if you want to see us next Friday, you're going to have to come to PocketCon, 8 p.m. Friday evening. The social view. Hop in our Discord.
Right.
Let us know if you're going to
Chick-fil-A.
join.
Ready to make lip contact.
Yeah, we'll meet you guys at the drive-thru at the 7-Eleven.
Oh boy.
This is going to Zaxby's.
We'll be out by the dumpsters at McDonald's.
Oh man. Yes, we want to come to Europe. Ready to make lip contact, says Drew.
Yes, we'll miss you, Seth, at White Fox, but we'll see everybody. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. A glorious beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any parting words or thoughts, or am I smashing that intro?
Gonna
have fun.
Run.
And don't forget to be cringe.
If I must.
Yeah. Have fun. Be cringe.
I will see y'all being chuggy next week.
That's right.
Hey,
Chuggy.
See you next
Hey,
Chuggy.